Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Skill Coach. Today I want to explain one of the most practical and frequently used framework in Agile product development, which is called Invest for User Stories. Many people know the definition of invest, but in real project, in Agile project, experienced Scrum Master use it during the backlog refinement and sprint planning to ensure that user stories are well structured and deliver real business value. So instead of explaining only theory, I will show you real scenario from enterprise software project so that you can understand how invest is actual apply in real development team. So invest framework in Agile Scrum: independent, negotiable, valuable, estimable, small, and testable. So we will see one by one in next. The first principle in invest is independent. In Agile project, we always try to write user stories that can be developed and delivered independently. Why this is important? Because if stories depend too much on each other, then the entire sprint can get blocked. Let me explain the real project scenario. In an e-commerce project similar to Amazon or Flipkart, the product owner initially create this user story like, as a customer I want to log in and complete payment so that I can purchase product. At this glance it look fine, but in reality it combined two completely different system, that is authentication system and payment gateway system. So payment gateway integration. In real enterprises environment, payment integration involve external API, banking validation, or security checks, which may take multiple sprint. If login dependency on payment integration, then the login feature will also be deployed. So during backlog refinement, the Scrum team split it into two independent stories. So for example, story 1: as a customer I want to log into my account so that I can access my profile. Then story 2 would be, as a customer I want to pay using credit card or UPI so that I can complete my purchase. Now the login feature can be delivered in sprint 1, while payment integration can be implemented in sprint 2 or sprint 3. This independent help team deliver value faster and reduce the dependency. So overall actually this is the explanation of I means independent. Now we'll see next principle is negotiable. In traditional waterfall projects, requirements are written in very rigid document. But in Agile, the user story is not a contract. If it is the conversation start between the product owner, developer, and Scrum Master, let me share the real scenario. In one of the enterprises banking project, the product owner wrote this user story like, as a customer I want to reset my password so that I can access my account if I forget it. Now the story itself, it is a simple story, but many implementation detail still need discussion. And for example, should the reset link be sent through email? Should we send OTP to mobile? Should the reset link expire in 10 minutes or 30 minutes? Should we enable multi-factor authentications? These details are negotiated during backlog refinement meeting. The product owner explains the business goal and the development team suggests technical solution and security improvement. The collaboration help build better and more secure software. So like that, in the grooming session, the story has to be discussed within the team. Then the next principle is valuable. So this is third principle. Every user story should deliver visible value either to the customer or to the business. In one project, I work with the developer, and developer suggests that system should store login timestamp in database, in table level, in record level. So technically it might be a useful, but from the customer perspective, it does not provide clear value. So the product owner frame the story like this: as a customer, I want to view my recent login activity so that I can verify if someone else access my account within that time period. So now the story provides security value to the customer. In Agile, we always ask the simple questions: who benefit from this feature? If the answer is not clear, the story probably need improvement. Now we will see next principle, that is estimable. A user story should be written in a way that the development team can estimate its complexity using story points. For example, imagine the product owner write this story: improve website performance. Okay, so this story is extremely vague. Developer will immediately ask question: which page, what performance metrics, how much improvement is required. Without this clarity, the team cannot estimate. So the story must be refined like this: as a customer, I want the login page to load within 3 seconds so that I can access my account quickly. Now developer can estimate it as a 3 story point or 5 story point, depend on the technical effort. So clear story lead the better sprint planning and realistic commitment. Now we will see another principle, that is small. So a user story should be small enough to be completed within one sprint. Let me know you a real scenario. The product owner create this story as a customer, I want to manage my account settings. But account management include many features: update profile, change password, manage delivery address, upload profile photo. So if we keep all this in one story, the story may take 3 or 4 weeks, which break the agile principle of incremental delivery. So we split it into small story, like update profile information, change password, manage delivery address. Now each story is manageable and can be completed within a sprint. So we will see next principle, that is testable. This is very important, and this is the QA perspective principle. So a user story, this is QA perspective as well as customer perspective. So a user story must have clear acceptance criteria so that QA team can verify the feature. For example, the login story might include these acceptance criteria. If the user enter valid email or password, the system should redirect to the dashboard. If the password is incorrect, the system should display an error message. If the user click forgot password, the system should send password reset link on respective or register email ID. Now the QA team can clear test whether the feature work correctly. Without testable criteria, it becomes very difficult to determine whether the story is done or not done. So these are the invest principles. Okay. Now real interview question asked by big companies, okay, on this topic. So for example, Amazon, Accenture, Infosys, and so on. So I will explain you these questions also. How do you ensure that user story in a backlog follow the invest principle? So expected answer is an experienced Scrum Master explain how invest is applied during backlog refinement meeting. Ensure story are small, independent and testable before sprint planning. So all three questions, the answer is already I have given in the video. So everything you have to explain. Okay, these are the 6 principles how to explain in this towards this answer. So what problem occur when user story are not independent? So dependency cause sprint delay, block task and inaccurate sprint commitment. Now the question is, third question is, how do you handle a user story that is too large to estimate? So the Scrum Master facilitate discussion and help the product owner split the story into small user stories. So you have to always, when you are giving the answer, you have to give the answer, you understand the background and explain everything. So to summarize, invest is not just a theory used in Agile textbooks. It is a practical framework used daily by Scrum team to maintain high quality user stories. Whenever a team write backlog item, experienced Scrum Master evaluate them using these 6 principles. That is independent, negotiable, valuable, estimable, small and test. This simple framework help Agile team deliver value faster, reduce confusion and improve collaboration. So before you leave, I want to ask one question. In your project, have you ever seen badly written user story that confuse developer? Share your experience in the comment. And if you want to learn real Agile practices, Scrum Master guidance and IT career growth strategy, subscribe to Tech Skill Coach. Thank you for watching.